Hi everybody, this is TJ with the PTU Trend Jumper Strategy. We've had a lot of great reviews about the free strategy that we've been giving away. So I thought it would be very helpful to walk through some of the trades that happened this week on the Dow eMini. Again, this is a free Trend Jumper Strategy. Check the link on this post. If you don't have it yet, you can download it. It works on TradeStation and NinjaTrader. Our Euro USD Forex strategy will also work on MetaTrader 4. Okay, I'm going to walk through the trades this week so far with the Dow eMini just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. It is very important that you follow the rules of the trade plan. A strategy is only as good as the rules that the trade plan comes with. It's a strategy, but it's also a plan. Okay, the plan says we could start at 8:20 in the morning Central Standard Time. That's exchange time. The YM's traded out of Chicago, so we set our charts to exchange time. We have a setup right here. I'm not going to go through the rules of the strategy because it's explained. When you download it, you will receive all the rules and how to trade the strategy. I'm going to show you what the trades were this week. Okay, you can see there's a short trade. It sets up below the red dotted line, which is our jump line. And you can see on the calculator it's getting short at 15,364. It took a few bars before it triggered in, but it finally triggered in here at 9:10. Alright, and it has no problem going down to the middle target. That's where we take our first position off. We take our second position off at the third target, and then we're going to trail the purple line. And it finally stops out right here. And that trade was finished. And that's it. One trade. We use what's called the power of quitting. The power of quitting says that we need to get a trade that's a winner. And the trade plan explains what qualifies a winner. Okay? But basically you need to get to the middle target and have a full winner to qualify. Plus you have to be positive. Okay, maybe the first trade is a loss and you have to take another trade. You're allowed to trade up to 4 trades maximum. And that's the trade plan. But if we only trade one and it's a full winner, we're done. That's it. One and done. Okay, so it got 46 points to the middle target, 32 points to the third target, and then the trailer got 34 points for a grand total of 112 points today. Now that's an excellent result. We don't need to keep trading. One good trade, less is more, quality over quantity. These are all philosophical issues that we build into our trade plans and we abide by. Okay, let's go to the next session. Alright, so here we are on Tuesday the 24th, waiting for our start time. We start at 8:20, and so far it's not time yet, and we get the setup here. And it's right at 8:40, 20 minutes after our start time. Okay, you can see the entry, 15,324. You can see our targets. It's all clear for you. Remember, we trade this as a 3-position approach and had no problem getting it to its targets. 28 points to the middle target, 38 points to the third target, and our final position. You could trail the purple line. You could also use what we call the spike rule, and that's if you get a bar that spikes down, and if it's a certain distance away from your purple line, you can trail the red dotted line instead. Okay? And that would have been a better result. I didn't put that in the spreadsheet. I just got out at the purple line. I probably should have. So I'm just being real conservative. We're just going to say this trade made 78 points today. And again, one and done. And you would have done a little better because you would have got out down here. Instead of 78 points, maybe you would have had like, you know, close to 98 points. Alright? So we'll just call it 78 points. So another one and done day. Let's go to Wednesday the 25th. Alright, so here we are on Wednesday the 25th, waiting for our first setup. And there it is. And it's a tiny little trade. Look at that. And the entry is at 290. And you're going to learn from training that we never get short at 90. We'll adjust it down to 89. But the first target's at 89 and the second target's at 88. Why? Because it's a very tiny setup and it's a 5-minute bar, and sometimes that happens. Do we want to just ignore this trade? I mean, that's certainly an option, but little setup bars can turn into really big trades, and they have very small risk. So I don't want to ignore them. I want to use them. What we do is we ignore the targets, and instead we exit our first position after a 15-point move, and a second position after a 25-point move. And then you see how it spikes down? We can take advantage of that spike move by trailing the fast white line or trailing the red jump line. We don't have to wait for it to come all the way back up to the purple line. Although we could. Certainly is optional. And it would have actually survived. It didn't spike through far enough, and then you had another spike move. So a lot of places to get out profitable. I just played it really conservative and assumed that we got out after the first spike down right up here. Okay, so again, I'm putting in the smaller number. Probably could have made more on this, but I'm counting this as a 63-point trade. And as hopefully you see the theme of the strategy so far, one and done, 3 days in a row with real handsome results. Let's look at today's session. Alright, so going into today's session, waiting for our start time, and all of a sudden there's a long trade, but it cancels. Instead we get a short trade. It's at 8:10. We have to pay attention to it. All of a sudden it's 8:20 on this red bar. So at the close of this bar we can start trading, and it spikes down and triggers in the trade. And then it goes right back up and stops out for a full loss. Now it's always unpleasant when you spike in and then spike out of a trade. No one wants to just barely get triggered in. But there's no way to predict that's going to happen. Sometimes it's just going to happen. You roll with it. I don't care what rules or what strategy you follow, there will be a time when you barely tick in and then head the other direction. You just got to chalk it up as a losing trade. And that's what it was. It was minus 14 points times 3 positions, minus 42 points. So now we're looking for trade number 2. Remember, we trade until we have a full winner and a positive result, or a 4-trade maximum. Okay? That's the trade plan. So we get a long trade right here, triggers in. You can see the whole trade. It's a small trade, but the targets are not too small. We're going to have to go with these targets. So we get out with 10 points on position 1, 14 points on position 2, and then we trail up and we get the spike. And the spike is far enough up where we can begin to trail the red dotted line. And it's based on the last bar to close above it, which is this one. And so it ends up stopping out up here. Okay, and that is at, let's see, the red dotted line is at 15,300. So 2 ticks below that, 15,298. That's where it stops out of its trailer for 25 points. And when you add all this up, this minus this, you end up with a 7-point positive result. What's the trade plan say? 1 full winner. Well, here we go. We got a full winner. And a positive result. Well, we're 7 points. That's positive. Done for the day. That's the power of quitting. So today, we only got 7 points. But you know what? That's okay. The whole point is that we take what the market wants to give us. We don't try to force our will upon the market. That leads to losses. We have to know when to walk away. We had double-digit gains 2 days in a row, triple-digit gains a few days ago. Today, a single-digit gain. It's just the way the cookie crumbled. And you know what? Perfectly happy with it. Because so far this week, this strategy with just 5 trades is up 344 points. When was the last time you were up 344 points after 4 sessions with just 5 trades in the Dow eMini? Alright, so we don't know what tomorrow will bring. It doesn't matter. The trade plan keeps working. We'll have a losing session from time to time. That's okay. The important thing is that you research this out, become a believer. Believe in the strategy before you start trading it with real money. You have the trade plan, you have the strategy, we've given it away for free. If you haven't gotten it yet, you certainly can download it. Send me an email, let me know what you think. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is TJ with netpicks.com and the PTU Trend Jumper. See you next time.